Tornadoes, hail, and high winds are expected today, and there's going to be lots of rainfall over in the Midwest the next few days. So we got to be taking a close look at that. Hurricane Erin is now a Category 5 hurricane. It went from a Category 2 up to a Category 5 hurricane in just 3 hours. Let's go take a look at that. So as we can see here, this is Hurricane Erin. Right now it's at a Category 4, and look at that gorgeous eyewall. This is like a very, very photogenic hurricane. Very, very beautiful. And it is affecting Puerto Rico and the Caribbean over here with tropical storm force winds and a little rain. If we take a look at a Puerto Rican radar, we can see that there's all the rain over from that hurricane, and there are warnings in place, tropical storm force wind warnings in place over there near Puerto Rico. So let's take a quick little run through of what this is looking like. And so we can basically roll out 100% or 98% that this will not make landfall in the US. It will ride the coast. And there's about an 8% chance this does get close to the US, specifically near North Carolina, where it could provide some storm surge, and about a 90% chance that it provides very strong rip currents along the beach, and it makes its way well out from the US. But because it is such a strong hurricane, it is going to be producing very, very, very tall rip currents, maybe even 100-foot waves. So we got to take a close look at that. As we can see here, this is what the National Hurricane Center has issued. It's saying it's going to be a Category 4 hurricane all the way up until it gets close in between South Carolina and North Carolina, up eye level with that. Our cone uncertainty stretches anywhere from Maine, Nova Scotia border all the way out into northern Atlantic Ocean. Let's go take a look at what the models are showing what this hurricane is going to be doing over the next week. So this is the GEFS ensemble. I like to use this ensemble for hurricanes and tropical systems over here in North America. And as we can see here, overall, if you combine all the 20 ensembles that make up the GEFS, all the models, basically it shows the hurricane somewhere right around in here, and it just goes and rides the coast, providing rip currents, and that's about it. So if you are along the beach or planning to do anything on the beach, keep Hurricane Erin in mind, and if there are any warnings, beach warnings, anything like that, make sure that you plan according to that, and because these rip currents can be very dangerous. If we look at the ensembles together, we can see that only a few of them have it getting close to the US, specifically near North Carolina, and then all the other models have it going far away, and the only thing that it'll provide to the US when it comes to danger would be its rip currents. So if you live anywhere along the East Coast, be careful of those rip currents. Now let's take a look at our forecast for the next few days for severe weather in the Midwest. The Storm Prediction Center has issued 2 slight risks today. Today is Saturday, and as we can see here, one's over here encompassing northern Illinois, a portion of Wisconsin, and then our main area right here is right there in South Dakota. There's a 2% tornado risk over in northern Illinois, southern Wisconsin. We have 2 15% hail risks and 2 15% wind risks. As we go into tomorrow, we can see we have 2 areas of marginal threat. We could see an upgrade over here to a slight risk maybe tomorrow. For 2% tornado risk, we have 2 5% wind risks, which encompass those 2 marginal areas, and then hail over on the left marginal area. And if we look at our day 3 outlook, we have another marginal risk over here encompassing the Midwest. The Midwest been very active this month, still going to be active right up until Monday, and then after Monday we should see a break for a few days of significant severe weather. And if we look at our day 4 through 8 forecast, we got nothing. We've got 2 potential 2 low days on Tuesday and Wednesday, which means severe weather is not really likely as of right now. So let's take a look at what the models are forecasting today's event to look like. So right now, these are our storms. Right now, Milwaukee in this area that was already flooded before is now getting more rain, unfortunately. Hopefully that clears up very soon. So you can see it does. It moves off away from that area. And then by evening hours, you could see some lines and some supercells, maybe some light thunderstorms over in southern Wisconsin at the top of that slight risk. And it moves its way south-southeast and not really produce anything over there in Iowa, mostly just northern Illinois, maybe even a little bit of portion of Indiana, just like the slight risk is saying. Maybe produce a couple brief spin-up tornadoes, but really nothing that serious, and then make its way out. If we go to South Dakota, we can see that it's showing a bunch of little cellular thunderstorms, some mini supercells, just scattered all around the slight risk area, producing hail, wind, and maybe a tornado, but the tornado is very unlikely. If we go look at the NOM 3-kilometer model, we can see with South Dakota, it's showing a very similar pattern. Just anywhere in that slight risk, it's just a bunch of mess, a bunch of just pop-up supercell thunderstorms, maybe a couple tornadoes over here. Wouldn't be surprised if we do see a 2% with all these updraft helicities, and then by tomorrow morning they should be completely gone. Now going back to our second area, we can see it shows more of a line of storms, almost like a mini derecho, but not an actual derecho, going over here in the same area, just like the HRRR said, but definitely more significant, with maybe the possibility of a couple embedded spin-up tornadoes within this line. And this the NOM 3-kilometer yesterday was very accurate compared to the HRRR, so I am voting that the NOM 3-kilometer will rule out here with a line of storms that impacts a bit stronger than what the HRRR is saying, with a couple brief spin-up tornadoes possible before it dissipates and completely goes away tomorrow morning. Now let's go look at the next few days ahead of this. So as we can see here, here's our injection that's producing the lift across the area, producing all those little thunderstorms, supercells. It's just going to move right on out, and then we should see nothing after 2 days. Look at this, a very big area of high pressure producing very high temperatures. Iowa does have a lot of heat advisories in place right now, and really calm. It does show a little bit of a little injection producing maybe some storms over there where that marginal threat is in place over here back into Illinois and the Ohio Valley. There's our Hurricane Erin, and then as we can see here, we do have a nice trough trying to make its way and maybe produces a few light storms, but nothing super significant whatsoever. And then as we go to the end of August, we could see some more severe weather making its way into the Midwest. Again, pretty typical for the August threat over here in the Midwest. So very big high pressure. Let's go look at our temperatures. So here is our Climate Prediction Center's outlook. Right now where that trough is showing, we are seeing below average temperatures over in this area. Tons of heat advisories over central US going up into Iowa, and then a 60% chance of temperatures being above normal over here in Nevada as that high pressure does move away over to the west. Look at our 8 to 14 hour. We see still colder than average temperatures over here in the northeast and parts of the Midwest, and the warmer temperatures over here. Now let's go look at our excessive rainfall. So as we can see here, we have lots of rain right now that'll be impacting Minnesota and Wisconsin. So if you have a creek or river or something that's already flooded, well, you probably want to be paying close attention to that, because the rain is not stopping anytime soon. Day 2, we see lots of rain in the same exact area, up to 2 to 3 inches in some spots. And then on day 3, we can see that finally moves out of the way and goes over to following that trough. If we go look at our excessive rainfall outlook, we do have a slight risk over here encompassing Iowa, southern Minnesota, Wisconsin, northern Illinois. Day 2, another slight risk over this area. And day 3, it finally moves out, and right now it's just a marginal threat of excessive rainfall. So rainfall is definitely probably going to be one of the most significant parts over here in the Midwest. So if you live in a flood prone area, be very careful about that. That's all I have for you. If you have an area that you would like me to cover just for you, drop down in the comments below and I'll give you a paragraph or two of what to expect over the next few days. Please like, subscribe, and help out Mesokept Weather Association. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.